Hola, Timothy Phoenix here, and today I would like to talk to you about the 5 most important things I do in my life every day to instill good habits. That's important because habits basically control our lives, often without us even realising it. We have ingrained subconscious habits that control us, and basically if you can find out how to get into your subconscious mind and to change those bad habits that we've got, replace them with good habits, that's how you change your life basically. That's how you get out of your comfort zones, the ruts that you might be stuck in your life. And if you've got anxiety as well, which is obviously something that I know a lot about, having had it for 25 years, it's all about changing your habits, changing your bad habits and replacing them with good habits. Now, what I do is based around 5 key areas, okay? And every single day I try to do something, even if it's just for a few minutes, to build up that habit. And that's what's really important, and what you've really, if you're going to take away anything from this, it's that if you want to change a habit, if you want to break a habit, you have to perform something every single day to try and change it. Okay, because it takes time to build it up so that it gets into your subconscious mind. You can get into your subconscious obviously in other ways, such as hypnosis, but I think it's always good to try and back that up by instilling those good habits every single day anyway. So the first area that I look at is right from when I wake up, from the word go, is to start a morning routine. Really, really important, because what I've learned is that if you start the day well, you're probably going to go through the day well too. Of course, you can't control what's going to happen, any external factors, but you can control how you react to them. And often how you react to something that happens, something that you don't like. If you started the day well and you try to instill a good morning routine which gets your mind into the right place to start off with, you'll often react better as you go through the day. You'll be in that same frame of mind. But really, what you do when you wake up in the morning is so important. Now, you won't be surprised to hear that I meditate when I get up. I do anywhere from around about 20 minutes to sometimes it'll go even over an hour if I'm really enjoying it and I'm really feeling good about it, feeling the love. Then I will go on for as long as it takes, but usually it's 20 minutes minimum. Some days, you don't feel it as much, and it's not quite happening. On a good day, I could go for about an hour and a half. But meditation's so important. Priming the mind, clearing it of clutter for one thing, and then priming it to get you through the day. So what I also do straight after that, I will do eye exercises, and that's really important because I spend a lot of time in front of a computer screen, and you really notice the difference as well. If you're someone as well who wears glasses or contact lenses, as I do, it can take a toll on you. And what you don't realise is that if you don't exercise your eyes, there are muscles around your eyes. If you don't exercise them, they become weak because you don't use them. And so the more you can exercise those eye muscles, you can keep your eyes, you can stop your prescription getting worse and worse. I mean, that's something that I've done. I'll go into that in more detail another time, but you can prevent your eyesight getting worse, and you can even make it better. So eye exercise is really important. And then I do a few stretches. I've not gone down the yoga path just yet, but it's something I'm probably going to get onto in the future. But for the minute, I just like to stretch for maybe 10 minutes or so, just to get the body in motion, a bit of exercise to start with. And yes, make sure that you have a good breakfast, a nutritional breakfast, and drink lots of water to start the day off with as well, get the system going. That's, and one final thing is gratitude. If you can wake up and you can, even no matter how bad things are going for you, if you can find some gratitude in something, even the little things in life, you know, I always do a little gratitude list, and I just go through it, affirmations in the morning, for everything that I'm grateful for. I'm just grateful to be alive most mornings, to be honest. I'm grateful I'm still here and I've got this opportunity to build my life into something amazing after anxiety. So that's a great start. If you can do that, you'll start the day well. So the second thing is that I try to ingrain good habits in is health and nutrition. Every day I make sure that I do some form of exercise. I don't manage to get to the gym every day, but I try to go every other day if possible, a couple of times a week. If not, make sure you get out in the sun. It's a beautiful day today, so I'll probably nip out onto the park and just have a wander around the local park. That's nice. To be in nature, very, very important. Obviously I've got my eye exercises, my stretches, so I've got plenty in terms of exercise. Nutrition wise, we all know what's, you know, the latest fads and things that are good for you, but basically just make sure you're eating fruit and vegetables. Plenty of water, fruit and vegetables, balanced diet, stay off the sugar, and that's probably a little way off yet. I'm going to make a gradual transition. At the minute I'm not eating red meat, so I'm doing quite well there. I'm off that, and I'm mostly replacing that with fish, and that's my next step, really, to get off the chicken, go vegetarian, then we'll aim for the veganism. But I mean, look, everything starts with food. That's one thing I've really learned over the past year or so. So important. Get the diet right, because, you know, if your body's good and feeling good and working well, it's gonna feed into other areas of your life, and it really is. It's far more important than people realise. So actually, health and nutrition. The next thing will be learning and self-development. And again, you won't be surprised to hear that I'm really big on this. I try to read a book with something to do with some form of self-development every single day. Not the whole book, you know, obviously a bit in the book. But yeah, that's a big thing. I think so many of us, we stop learning after we leave kind of college, school, university, whatever. And self-development, it's so important, so important. We're constantly growing. We've got to continue to constantly grow and develop ourselves to become, you know, a better people, and not just to help with the mind and offset illnesses in that way, but it just makes you a better person. And every day I'm always learning new things. I'm learning Spanish. That's one of the reasons why I do my thing at the start and at the end, a little bit of Spanish. I do know more than just hello and see you later, but yeah, for me that's all part of kind of developing myself and making myself a better person. And so yeah, self-development, I can't talk high enough of it. It's so important for growth and for making you a better person and for trying to achieve your goals. Loads, I could speak on this for ages, but time's short, so let's move on. The fourth thing is work. Work. It's the answer to everything. Work, just work, you know. And one of the things I've really learned is that I wasn't, before recent times, I wasn't putting in as much work as I could have done. I was watching too much TV, binge watching box sets, you know, spending too long surfing online, messing about on social media, and just a lot of time just not really doing anything, to be honest. Going out and getting drunk too often, and then having to sit in the next day and not do anything and feeling shit for the next week and that kind of thing. And so now I'm trying to get away from all of that, and I'm replacing that time with work. That doesn't mean do too much work and, you know, overdo things and make yourself ill in that way. It means productive work, and that is working towards goals, working towards things that are important in your life that eventually are going to make you happy, are going to so you can attain the things that are going to make you happy. I'm not talking money here, I'm not talking material things, I'm not a materialistic person. I'm talking about freedom, being able to travel more, being able to socialise a little bit more, and just being able to to spend time with people who you care about more. That's what it's all about. And if you work now and put in the work now and hustle now, then you can build now for the future, and it's going to pay off further down the line. And that's one of the things I've really learned recently. So work, I mean, just put the work in, just do a little bit. It only has to be, you know, all the time that I spent watching box sets and things like that. There's nothing wrong with watching box sets, by the way. I still do that, but I don't binge watch anymore. It doesn't take up my whole day. So just an extra couple of hours a day, it builds up. It really does. It makes a big difference. You've got to look at it more from a long-term point of view when it comes to working. You know, we've all got jobs, and we think our time then is limited afterwards. But people who get to the top, they put the extra effort in. And you know, for me, I want to be successful, and I want to have the best life I can get. That means I need to work a little bit more to get there. Sacrifice a little bit. You've got to put in the sacrifices. The final thing that I'm trying to instill in good habits in is really relationship-wise, and just trying to meet new people. It's difficult for me at the minute because after what happened after anxiety, I lost nearly all my friends, and you know, I work from home as well, so it's difficult to get out there and meet people. I'm not living in the city that I want to live in, so it's something that's a little bit more difficult. It's something that when other areas of my life click into place, I believe that this will anyway. I think it'll naturally happen. But I think trying to build relationships online, trying to talk to people a little bit more and bring them into my life, and I think it's going to pay off in future in terms of opportunities, as well as in terms of just meeting great people. That's already starting to happen. So that's a big thing. I always try to make sure I do make that effort, because you know, in the past it's something that I have neglected, and I've really regretted it because I've met some great people but not had the confidence really to keep those relationships going. And it takes work, you know, relationships take work. So just every day I'm trying to instill that habit. Okay, make the effort to speak to this person, reach out to this person. You know, what can I offer them? What value can I offer them? You know, and just try to bring them into my life a little bit. So that ends this video really. 5 really important things that I'm trying to build habits on, and everyone should be trying to do this. It's all about habits. I will bang on about this a lot on my blog and in my videos. So this won't be the first time. I'll come back to this many, many times. But for now, I'm going to say hasta luego and enjoy your day.